I'm Greg Fruit, Sports Chef Guru. Welcome to our show. Big win last night in Seattle. You guys who viewed me yesterday knew we had Seattle. It's a strong play, our second strongest play of the weekend. Steelers on Sunday was our best bet. Seattle, good game, really fell behind. Couple mishaps, came back, dominated in the second half. We anticipated that, got plus 2.5 at halftime. That helped as well. Just had a feeling the game was going close game. That one turnover when Wilson knocked the ball back, DB picked it up in the air, picked it from Minnie, ran it in. You knew that the game was closer than really what the number. They were down 7. That's why we got a good number at half. Shot right up when they tied the game. And a good win for Seattle. Again, we've had a good season with Seattle all year. Made very good money with them. Now they're helping us at home, which is what we anticipated last night if you watched the show. I want to lead into college basketball today. We have an actual early game. This is the earliest game on the board. It's a 2:30 West Coast start. North Dakota State is at Indiana State. Indiana State in the Missouri Valley. North Dakota State in the Summit Conference. Again, Missouri Valley a little bit better. Conference, more tradition that way. Summit a little smaller, but this North Dakota State team is a tough team. Interestingly, this line opened at 6. It's already down to 3.5. So the wise guys, including myself, we move this number down early. That can happen. Again, I have to. My partner Mark and I. It takes us hours to put these games together for you guys. Again, I've been handicapping for over 2 decades. Helping people make sustained profits in all the sports. Welcome to my show. I wanted to lead in with the college basketball. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the later game. The North Dakota State starts at in approximately a half hour. And then we have a later game today out there in New Mexico State. Again, a strong team. Record isn't real reflective of how difficult their schedule's been this year. We like this matchup. They played UTEP earlier in the year, lost in UTEP. New Mexico State will be taking care of business most likely today. This number's already jumped up a point, and the money line's moved up 40 cents. That's because, again, people like myself hit this game early, move those points up. So we're going to move that point back down. I have a William Hill on my phone. You can buy up to a point on my app, my betting app. If you live in a state that has legalized gambling, sports wagering, you can have an app on your phone as well. And go ahead and buy that down to a point if you can. I did. We got it earlier in the day. And again, the money line we're going to do with some other manipulate with another bet. And I want to talk about real quick some nutrition. And then we'll go into the hockey as well. We have 3 games in hockey I want to share with you real quick on nutrition. This is the bottled water I drink every day. This is a company out of Arkansas, and they've been getting water from this spring since 1871. Reliable company, reliable spring in a glass, which is always better if the water's in a glass. This is only $2 a bottle. Sometimes it's on sale. It's a quart, $1.50, $1.75. Again, it's more expensive, obviously, than regular spring water. But again, it's much healthier for you. It's straight from the spring. And so it has more of the minerals still in the water. Again, I always have some fresh fruit every day, an avocado, some kind of at least a couple servings of fruit. These are my supplements. I have a nutritionist. Her name's Julie. She'll be on the show this weekend. She'll explain how these work for you. But basically, I take these supplements every day. This is for collagen for your skin, nail, and hair. And obviously, it helps with your bones. Collagen is in a lot of your bone broth. It's important to eat bone broth in most of your cooking. You can either buy it in the store. This is actually just chicken broth. You want the bone broth and the chicken broth. And if you make your own soups like I do, you put your own meat in the soup and you cook your soup with the broth in it. That's good enough. because all that bone broth from the carcass gets in the soup. Add as many veggies as you want. Make sure they're all organic. This is another good product. This is an amino, again, good for joint health. And for me, I was an athlete growing up. I have arthritis, so all these supplements help with that, the collagen, the aminos. This is a superfood. I get a lot of servings of vegetables in my diet, but this helps. I still mix that in every morning. Turmeric, again, very good for arthritis, but also helps with the gut. And then this is a very good gut supplement. It's good for if you have issues like me with diverticulitis. And again, when we get older, we get some of those issues. Ghee butter is grass-fed butter. It's just a much better quality butter than getting an over-the-counter cheap butter in the store. Oils are very important in your cooking. Try and use good oils like this, ghee butter, or you can use I use both, the organic olive oil. Any brand is good as long as it's organic. This is an organic product. Again, this is good salt. This isn't your normal table salt. This is from an underground sea in Utah, very important. So again, we like to go over ingredients. It's important to use good supplements, good ingredients in your cooking. I want to finish the show today. Welcome to my show. Make sure you subscribe when you go on my YouTube channel. It's very important to subscribe. Tell all your friends to subscribe. We've been on a very good roll in our season. We anticipate more of that. It's busy at this time of the year. A lot of college basketball, a lot of hockey, NBA, and even college football still. Obviously, NFL's getting close to playoff positioning. So you need to keep coming back. We're going to help you get wealthy, and we're going to help you get healthy. That's why I started this show. Again, I've been handicapping over 20 years, and I have a food coach that's helped me for the last almost year get comfortable with these products so I can share them with you and help you guys get healthy. So, and if you're already healthy, you'll stay healthy. So anyway, subscribe now. You go on my website, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. I need subscriptions. Make sure you tell all your friends to do the same. I appreciate it. The guru will appreciate that. Leading into hockey real quick, we have Arizona at Columbus. Again, Columbus, a playoff team, struggling a little bit this year, down a little bit. Arizona playing well this year. It looks like they're a playoff-bound team. They're on the road. They played earlier in this year. They are a small dog. They are a puck line dog, and that's why I wanted to wait. And I want you to play New Mexico State on the money line because that line went up to 240. Go ahead and parlay that with the puck line Arizona Coyotes. Again, putting those two money lines together, you get about even money. And then we want to move over to the Hurricanes. They're at the Bruins. For you hockey fans out there, I love hockey. I love all the sports. They played last year in the playoffs. It was a really good series. Again, Boston did win that series. We bet that. I anticipated Boston to win the series. It went 7, right, Mark? It didn't go 7, yeah. Anyway, they did win the series, Boston. We anticipated that. Carolina was a good surprise team last year. They weren't predicted to go very far, and they end up playing in the conference championship game. So again, this will be we're going to go with Carolina in this spot. Based on last year, they have revenge on their mind through this game. So we want to take Carolina. They're plus 135. That's good value. And they're good. They're only $1.80 on the puck line. So we don't need to parlay that. You would bet half of it on the money line, half of it on the puck line. Again, they could lose by 1. You still win, obviously. You can add a little bit more on the puck line so that you balance your money in case they lose by 1. That's up to you. I usually, depending on the game in this spot, I'd probably put a little more. We'll be ready for this game. Again, the Bruins are obviously traditionally a very solid team. This should be a fun game to watch. Probably a close game, or Carolina hopefully wins also. So we want to play this late game. Tampa Bay is at Nashville. Now, Tampa, again, was the best team record-wise in the standings last year going into the playoffs. I believe they got swept by Columbus in the first round. Pardon? Yeah, something like that. And they lost in the first round of the playoffs. They never even made it past that. they're struggling this year. And you see that with teams that are anticipated to win. If they struggle and they get beat when they're not supposed to in the playoff, like a first round loss, they didn't make it to the conference, they tend to lose a lot of their momentum for next year. We're seeing that again with Tampa, but again, the Predators didn't do anything really either. They did make it to the playoffs. They got knocked out by St. Louis, who eventually won the whole thing. And so no shame there. But again, this is just kind of a game. They met each other earlier in the year. Tampa Bay, let's see if they can get some early revenge in this spot. They are a small dog. They are a high puck line with 260. Again, since the Coyotes are 270, we have Tampa Bay at 250 about. And what we want to do is, again, we want to put that with New Mexico State. So we take the Coyotes puck line and we take Tampa puck line. We make two separate parlays. So you're going to we call it kingpinning the New Mexico State money line to both the hockey games, Coyotes puck line and Tampa puck line. Make sure you also have straight money on the Coyotes and Tampa and the Hurricanes. These games are all about this. Basically, they're about the same value, so you can parlay them all together too. We like to put parlays in as well. I want to recap real quick just to go over the plays. We have North Dakota State tipping off here shortly. They're down to 3.5. Buy that up to 4.5. They open 6. Then we want to take New Mexico State. That's the late game at 6. Make sure you bet New Mexico State late. Buy that number down to 4.5. It's already jumped up a point. And then we want to parlay the money line New Mexico State with the Coyotes puck line. And we want a money line parlay, we call it kingpinning, New Mexico State with the Lightning puck line as well. So again, if Phoenix and Tampa only lose, if they lose by 1, and New Mexico State does what we anticipate them to do, which is to beat UTEP tonight, you're going to win both those bets, and you can again parlay all 5 games. We do, and that pays significant return. But again, you want your focus to be on your straight bets. Your parlays are just a way to support them, unless I tell you that I'm doing that and I'm making this a primary bet. Again, kingpinning New Mexico State money line with both puck lines. So those games go off later. North Dakota State starts pretty soon. Thank you for watching my show. Again, when you go on and you watch my YouTube show today, subscribe. That's very important. Tell all your friends to subscribe. Go on my website if you'd like. Make sure you subscribe there. I'm also on Facebook, Sports Chef Guru. Also, I'm on Twitter at Sports Chef Guru. So if you see me on Twitter, go ahead and share that again with your friends. I need subscriptions and shares. Let's get this going. I'm helping you guys become healthy. I'm also helping you guys become wealthy. And that takes work for me. So it takes a lot of work for us to get this out. So reward me with your subscriptions. That's what I need. Come back tomorrow. We have plays almost every day. I never release a play. I'm not betting on myself. So whatever I tell you to wager on, we already have wagered on it, or we're going to before it starts, obviously. So please keep coming back. Our motto is simple: one good meal, one good bet at a time. See you tomorrow.